Alright, so I wanted to do a quick update and a little update on my Roadmaster as well, and just a quick walk around on that car as well. First, with the Cabriolet, I had to reorder that part. I couldn't, for some reason, they sent back. I ended up ordering the hose originally, and I thought it was, I was just waiting a long time, and then I went and checked, and they ended up refunding it. So I ordered another one today, and that should all be fixed soon. That'll be a video in itself, and when I do that video, I think I'm going to be doing a valve cover as well, because that's leaking. So valve cover gasket's going to get done, but that will just be a small video in itself. And right now, honestly, is just kind of like get all my stuff together and figure out what I want to keep, things like that. This I found out today, like this engine, I already have this sold. Same with the transmission, that's already sold. This thing is really rough though. I mean, look at this rust. And then, yeah. So it's not the greatest. The frame is pretty well done, I'd say. I tried cleaning some of that up, and honestly, some of these parts are, I'm like poking my finger right through on the frame. I'm actually surprised that held, and to be honest with you, it barely did, because when I lowered all this down, literally the whole, like, the front end of the car just kind of like came down. Like the back end was already settled, but the front end kind of just like just kind of like settled to where it wanted to be. So I don't think there's much left of this thing. And I don't know if you can see, but over there, like, the frame rail is literally like shoved down, and I don't know exactly how that happened, but it happened. It's got a really clean body on it, other than right here there is a little hole going into the trunk, but I mean, and there's that little dent in the side there. But other than that, there's really no rust on like the doors and things like that. They're in pretty good shape. Now the floor, that's a different story. Got some holes forming up here. Those are probably way worse than they look. You can Flintstone it if you want, so that's there. And right now, I don't know. I'm gonna try to get you to hear it. Yeah, there's this really, really bad clicking noise that when the battery starts getting low, it just starts randomly clicking, which I haven't put a new battery in this thing in a really long time, seeing that it just sits in my yard. Yeah, look, it's getting really bad. Listen to that. You can probably hear it. Okay, well, it stinks like death in here. That's why the carpet's out. There was a bunch of mice nests in here, like, just all along that, like, back area back there. There was just, like, mice nests just underneath the seat. And, like, if I open up the trunk, I could show you. They took all the padding out of those back seats. Like, it was all just gone. So, yeah, that's what they made their nest with, and they left me with this pile that smells like death and urine and every bad thing you can think of. I mean, shoot, there's still mouse turds up there. It's disgusting. I think I'm just going to get rid of this car, honestly. I'm pulling the engine and then selling that, and then seeing what else I can save off of this. But there's really not much left to save here. It's really rough condition. But I mean, it was I did have some good plans for this car, I will say, so it's kind of sad that it's not going to be able to make it, but that's what happens. I do live in the Rust Belt, so these cars, sadly nice cars, end up going to the junkyard like this plenty of times, where they look really nice, but they're just too far gone underneath that they're just not worth saving. And for example, for this one, I mean, this car, if I had it running, driving, it's probably not even worth $1,000. So I don't know, not even worth putting the money into it. But I'm gonna pull this engine out and make a video of this. Right now I'm working on the bumper because I don't want to pull the whole front clip off right now. Like you can pull the front clip off and like pull the bumper with it, and they actually set it up so that that's more of what you're supposed to do. Because like there's back under, like in this area back here, like right there, there's bolts that are facing up. And yeah, if I was just to take this thing off with, you know, and just leave the whole front clip as one piece, it would probably be much easier. But I don't know, I don't want to pull a front clip off. I live in the city, so I got to keep this thing as much as I can together and not rip it apart like I do most other part out vehicles. But like this one will get ripped apart the rest of the way, but right now I'm mainly just focused on getting the engine out, and then once the engine's out, I'll worry about everything else, like, you know, rear end, fenders, doors, things like that, and start actually selling that stuff. Or I may put this thing to the side. I mean, I do have a cover for it, I have a bunch of stuff for it. So, I mean, I might put this thing to the side and actually decide to just wait and get a frame for it and do a body, you know, put the body on a new frame and actually do what I wanted to do. And then in that process, I could also reinforce the frame and then actually do the idea that I wanted to do, which I don't want to drop just another Chevy engine in here. I want to do something a little off the wall, something that's a little bit stupid but fun. I've been thinking like things like Cummins swap or 2JZ, 1JZ, something real crazy, just something you haven't seen. I mean, seeing something like a Cummins or a 1JZ inside of a boat like this, that would be something, I will say. So that's my Roadmaster. There's really not much to it. It's just a rusty pile right now until it gets some love or ends up in a junkyard. So yeah, that's the video. Thank you guys for sticking around watching. Please subscribe. I do hope that you guys are enjoying this, and hope I can start making some good videos on my vehicle soon here. I am going to be getting a better camera, so the quality will be improving. I do not like the quality of my videos right now, so, but it's what I got, and it's what I'm going to work with, and at least show you guys what's going on. So, yep, thank you guys, subscribe, have a good day.